The future is so bright that they make it electric. What you're looking at is a 2024 Chevrolet Blazer EV. This is the 1RS, and obviously black, but we also have another RS in white, so you can see a little bit more of the detail of those contrasts, and then another one over here on the gray. So again, just showing off the black accents with a little bit more of a color contrast as well. Now, there's no mistaking that it's a Chevrolet SUV. What we used to do with the Blazer before is have this, the bow tie in the center and kind of a cummerbund that would go straight across. And now, instead of being, a chrome application, it's going to be all lit up with this LED signature lighting. Your daytime running lamps obviously are on right now, but then your headlamps are going to be in through here. And you can see the grille. It's a nice, clean design. It's, radiator underneath, so you don't need to worry about air venting. You just got to keep it more aerodynamic. And speaking of which, look at these rims. There's not even too many pockets of air that can kind of squeeze in through this design. Right now, it's riding on a 21-inch rim to keep it a good, cohesive look with this RS treatment, a little black with the high polished aluminum accents, and a nice profile that will come across. You get your where your passengers are going to sit in kind of a little bit of a sloping roof, and then some new taillight treatment that we've seen on Chevrolet. It's going to be introduced on the upcoming Traverse, and the wording, those have been blacked out, but then you get these new E's that is synonymous with all the other electric vehicles in the Chevrolet lineup. And the RS theme matches up with more of the interior. You can see a lot of these red accents that have been around other Chevrolet products over a number of years, including RS right there on the steering wheel, red stitching you can tell. And then you look at these circular vents. Those were popular in the previous Blazer, the gas-powered Blazer, but now you get a little bit more of a design aspect. 3 vents coming right through the center. New driver information center. Obviously, it's going to be customizable between 3 different areas over here. And then you get this gigantic 17+ inch infotainment system. Nice legible icons, but it's not too distracting as you're looking across your linear line of your windshield. So here's how you start with these things. You get in here with your key, you push your foot on the brake, and then the vehicle comes to life. There's no start button. Now, here's something that you need to learn while you're driving these new EVs. Over here is your range. It doesn't give you exactly a percentage as you're driving, but what it tells you right now is 262 kilometers. Now, when I did start it up, it told me I had 60% battery capacity. So quick math is going to tell me this thing has, right now, after its first full charge, 366 kilometers of range. Hey, but let's be honest, it's the first charge, it's their first one ever, and for the first 40% of the battery capacity, everybody's been taking this for a test drive. And what does everybody do on a test drive? See how fast it goes. So if you notice the console, there's no gear selector in through here, but what they've done is they've moved it back up onto the column. So very similar to our old school trucks, but what you do is you can pull it and then down, and now you're in drive. You can do the same and put it in reverse, and it'll work from there. And over on your screen again, now you can see you got a 360-degree camera with different camera angles available on the infotainment screen. Now, the back passengers are going to get the accommodations that they're used to in a Blazer, where you're going to get a lot of legroom that will come in here. Plus, you get your rear venting similar to what we've seen up front, so you get a little cohesive design. Heated seats are included with this model as well. Now, cargo area is exactly what you expect with an SUV. You get a generous amount of space, little cutouts over on the side for longer items, and if you did to notice as well, you have a 60-40 split with your back seat. So if I come across onto the side, pull the, unbuckle this, pull this over, and now you can see you get a similar or almost a flat floor. And if it came down to doing a 60-40 split, you get a little bit more room on that side here than you would over on the passenger side there. Now, with this infotainment package, GM is going away with the connectivity of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, privacy reasons. I'm not here to get into all of that. But what it asks me is if I'm signing into my Google account, if I want to recognize who you're asking to call or text. So naturally, with all my phone numbers loaded up to my Google account from my Samsung, it would make most sense. Now, I mentioned before there's no physical on-off or push-button start, but when you're leaving the vehicle, you kind of see this little area here, so you push this off button and then vehicle off, and now the whole vehicle is going to power down until I get out. So the future is moving electric, and right here, right now, we got the 2024 Chevrolet Blazer EV in a 1RS treatment. Come on down, check it out.